Morning, everyone. Would like to welcome all our valued investors to another edition of our weekly equities market report. So, as part of our tradition to share our thoughts on equities market review or overview and what also transpired in the fixed income market. So, of course, on the on Friday. Looking at this graph is just to give us an overview of performance of the NGS ASI year to date. Is to also give an assurance to all our valued investors that Nigerian equities market is stable. Because if you look at this graph, you see a bit of stability. If you look at January, February, and March, which is the Q1, and that was the period when companies started dishing out their corporate actions, and we saw that those corporate actions were very impressive and they met market expectation. So at that time, we saw a renewed back interest in some of the TICA, especially the banks and insurance companies. That was the reason in the first quarter of 2024, we saw all share index climbing up. Even at the point in time, markets, all share index was around 104 in Q1. That's towards the end of March, 104,483. And in the second quarter, we saw some movements, markdown reduce the price, and then we saw some profit taking, and we also saw people moving to other asset classes. So at the second quarter of 2024, we also noticed that ASI was still very resistant to macroeconomic challenges. At that time, market closed 99,396. And then we're in the Q3. Of course, today is going to be the last day for the Q3 of 2024. As at Friday, ASI recorded 98,523.56. It will tell us that the future expectation about our investment in equities market is still very safe. Our market is still not fragile. That was what that graph pointed at. So looking at what transpired overview of last week, because of the week, the total trade turnover of 3.2 million shares worth 45 billion was traded. When you compare that to what happened in the market in the previous week, we had 1.86 billion. The percentage change stood at around 72% in terms of volume. And when you also look at value, value also increased from 38.48 billion to 45.91 billion, almost 19%. So we saw so many bad interests. So for a very long time, the financial market is still dominating the equities market because of performance of the tickers under that index. So financial service sector still dominated activities in the equities market. 1.34 billion units of shares valued at 23.66 billion, and then it contributed 43.09% to the volume, and then to the value 51.523. This time around, oil and gas is also moving gradually. So oil and gas also came second, and then with 703.4 million shares worth 7.23 billion. And then, more importantly, market witnessed strong position taking in top three stocks: Jacob Gold and Venture, and then Mikio Industry, and then Fidelity Bank. And then when you look at the combined activities of those three companies or three tickers together, they also had 1.36 billion with value of 9.47 billion. And in terms of contribution to the entire transaction in the market, they also contributed 41.06% to the total transaction that took place in the market week on week, and then 20.643, that's for the equities value. So ASI week on week closed 19,450.68 basis points. So week on week, ASI gained 0.21%. Our year-to-date return has also moved up. We saw a little upward trend in the year-to-date performance, even though it's still below the inflation. But we believe over time, when we also saw some clarity in the market, ASI is also the year-to-date performance is also going to move up. So as at Friday, year-to-date return stood at 31.68%. So looking at market capitalization, we stood at 56.858 trillion. But in terms of sectoral performance under close monitor of our lead capital PSC, NGS banking gained 2.45%. We saw strong position taking in some tickers under second tier banks in Nigeria. We saw Fidelity Bank gaining week on week almost 11.53%. And the Wema Bank also gained 17.65% week on week. And then Jais Bank was not left out, 11.16%. And the Sterling Bank also gained 22.19% week on week, GTB and FCMB. So these are the drivers of the NGX banking, NGX insurance. We also saw a Regency Assurance also moving up. So week on week, it's there 53.53%. Don't also forget that that company also waiting to the stock exchange. They have been removed from the suspension. They came out with a very impressive performance of a bonus of 4 for every 5 units. By the time you also look at their performance for the 2023, they also increased their earnings from a 594 million to 1.94 billion. Earnings per share stood at 29 kobo. That was the reason why we saw more bad interest in that company. But looking at our performance across year-to-date return, we are still at 31.68%. So, and then this slide is to tell us that from time to time, we'll continue to advise our value customers as whether they should take action in any of the public offering. We did for Access Bank, we did for Fidelity Bank, and then now, I think we're also justified with some of our recommendation, our position, because Fidelity Bank is now 15 naira. We guided our investors that if you take part in their activities, and we are happy that some of our investors also listen to us. The same thing Access Bank, the same thing GTB and FCMB and Zenith Bank, they've all closed for their recapitalization exercise. But Sterling Bank is still currently ongoing. As at Friday, Sterling Bank closed for naira 90 kobo. But the right offer, the right price is 4 naira. We have also taken a step further to also do what we did in the previous tickers, the other banks. And we also look at it that Sterling Bank is also coming out to this 7.2 billion unit of shares, and their current outstanding unit is 28.0, 28.80. By the time you combine 7.2 billion together with the current outstanding, that will take the outstanding shares to 36 billion, and the calculation is also going to increase. In terms of their performance, our projected performance expectation for 2024, we have seen their second quarter or half-year performance. Their earnings stood at 16 billion. If you multiply that by 2 in form of extrapolation, that will take it to 32 billion. And then that will also take their earnings per share to 91 kobo, earnings yield to 22.75%, which is not bad. And the dividend yields will also stand at 12 naira 50 kobo, assuming or supposing they are paying 50 kobo from 91 kobo. If they are not paying the entire 91 kobo earnings per share, if they are paying 50 kobo, the dividend yields would stand at 12.5%, and the PE ratio would stand at 4.39 times. And then in our recommendation, we are saying fine. It's ongoing. We encourage all our value consumer, you fill in the form and send it to us so that we can process the applications for you. With this performance of the Sterling Bank, I don't think people should think twice. If you take a decision by investing in the Sterling Bank, looking at the price that is currently trading, it's still at a discount of 1 naira against the current price of 4 naira 90 kobo. The price will still go further, but since the window is still open, we advise all our existing customers and value customers to take advantage of the exercise. So for the interim dividend expectation, some of the recommendations we did in the past meets our expectation. Access Bank, of course, below expectation, but it's almost 70-80%. You may not get it right all the time, but with our expectation, Fidelity Bank is still outstanding. We're expecting their results. That is why in our recommendation, we still place it on hold. And then Stanbic IBTC met our expectation, declared 2 naira. UBA, we're also looking at a 70 kobo. So we are in the couple of weeks, UBA is going to be out. For those who want to invest in UBA, the window is still open. Zenith Bank has paid 1 naira. It met our expectation. Presco is still outstanding. Promo has paid 8 naira. Total Energy is still outstanding. Seplat has also paid. So those three companies, tickers, Fidelity Bank, UBA, and Presco, the window is still open for those who want to take decision. As long as they are under our buy recommendation, you can still take advantage of that window and then buy those companies into your portfolio. For our recommendation, we have also changed some of our recommendations because there's something I would like to emphasize. When earnings per share of company changes, by the time they release their Q1, Q2 of year performance, what that will do to the valuation, it will also change because when company is expanding, valuation cannot remain the same. So the valuation of some of these companies has also changed. The some of the banking tickers, you just check the banking tickers, insurance, and then the oil and gas, with what you have seen coming out in terms of results, in terms of performance, and have also changed in terms of performance, and then the recommendation of the valuation of these companies have also changed. And then our research unit from time to time will be sending out all the corporate results of all these companies year to date, what they have done in the half year. Please just look at those results. We also try as much as possible to also take a webinar regarding those valuation of the companies that have changed based on the improved performance, improved earnings per share. So for the recommendation, we are still maintaining by recommendation 1 to 18, the Access Bank, the FCM, I mean the First Bank, GTB, UBA, Sterling Bank, Stanbic, Zenith Bank, ICO, and others. 1 to 18, they are under our buy recommendation. While 19 to 29, the likes of a corn oil, Dangote Sugar, Flour Mill, Guinness, Fidelity Bank, MTN, Nestle, Okomo and Fresco, Airtel Africa, and Dangote Cement. We still place them on old recommendation. While ethanol oil, I think we recommend strongly that you can sell ethanol oil because it's overpriced. And then that the second quarter, I mean, at the first quarter of this company, the earnings per share is still negative. So we encourage you can sell Okomo at the current market price. When the price is also trading at a deep discount, you can come in. By that time, we have seen other corporate actions and corporate results from these companies. In terms of expectation within the week, of course, last week, the CBN came out with their policy. It surprised the market because it did not meet so many analyst expectations. Because what we have seen in the global trend that other countries of the world, the US, European Central Bank, and other central banks of other jurisdictions, they have also keeping rates. But don't forget that by the time you look at the inflation rate in those jurisdictions, they are far below Nigerian inflation. And since CBN, they have a target of still moderating inflation to the lowest level. They have also taken a step further by increasing the MPR by 50 basis points. But the assurance is that with that, that may not really have a much negative impact in our equities market. The market is still very strong from the graph I've projected in the second slide of this presentation. So we still give that assurance that that will still not distort or disrupt the equities market. And while opportunities are also available in the fixed income market, of course, the rate has increased. So we expect the Treasury bills rates and other fixed income market instruments to also have increase in their rate and in the yield. So our expectations for the week, we expect subdued activities on equities market. We believe by interest, we also expect profit taking because a lot of people have also taken position, and we've seen renewed buy interest in Fidelity Bank. It has moved to 9 naira 75 kobo to 15 naira. Wema Bank, we are likely to see similar trend in other tickers that have posted good performance in their half year. With no surprise this week, of course, we are going to have 4 trading days this week because of the Independence Day celebration that's coming up tomorrow. But we believe that will not still disturb the market. The market is going to close on a positive note. Although, as talked about, the 50 basis point unaccredited increase in MPR last week, do not expect serious disruption in the fixed income market because when it's going to disrupt it, what is going to be the implication is that you'll see some fund movement from the equities market to the fixed income market. But since the basis point is marginal, it's not like the other period increased by 150 basis point, that may not really cause much disruption to the equities market. Now it also presents opportunity for those who are also investing in the liquid capital fixed income products. So we are also expecting Fidelity Bank and UBA anytime from now to release their results for the interim dividend payments, since those companies, those two tickers in the last 2 to 3 years, they've been promising and then they've been declaring interim dividends to the market. So we expect that to happen in a couple of weeks. If it's not happening this week, by this next week, we're going to see it. And we believe that it's also going to meet the market expectation. So in general, we anticipate that this week the market will close on a positive note, though it's going to be very slightly. But the truth is that we're having 4 trading days and the market is still likely to close on a positive note. So thank you very much. It's time for their fixed income expectation, and thereafter we entertain question and answer, and then we close the session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Taufik. I believe your last slide has actually covered my entire presentation for the fixed income space. But just briefly, let me take you around the happenings of what happened at the CBN Monetary Policy Committee meeting last week on the 24th of September. We saw monetary policy rate raised by 50 basis points from 26.75% to 27.25%. We also saw cash reserve ratio, CPR, raised by 500 basis points and 200 basis points from 45% to 50% for DMBs, and from 14% to 16% for merchant banks, respectively. We saw liquidity ratio left unchanged. That being said, with the increase in these rates, we would like to encourage our esteemed listeners and investors to take advantage of our wide array of fixed income products, ranging from our lead fixed income fund. The objective of this fund primarily focused on capital preservation and growth, with 70% investment in high quality fixed income instruments and 30% in money market instruments. The risk profile is low for our clients and listeners with low risk appetite. Dividends are paid biannually with a minimum holding period of 90 days. Annualized yield for this product is 24.77%. For our clients and listeners with a flair for equities, we implore you to subscribe to our Lead Balance Fund. This has the capital preservation and growth by diversifying across 50% investment in high quality stocks and 50% in money market fixed income instruments. The risk profile is low for this fund, and dividends are annually distributed with minimum holding period of 190 days. The annualized yield on this product is 17.23%. For our clients with flair for fixed deposits, we have our Lead Gazelle portfolio. We have tenors ranging from 90 to 180 and 365 days respectively, with very appetizing rates. For more information on this, you can call us or call our customer service. For our clients with foreign currency, to hedge against the devaluing naira, we implore you to subscribe to our Lead Dollar Fund. The objective of this product is to provide our investors, as I said earlier, with an opportunity to take advantage of US dollar denominated instruments. The risk profile is low. Dividends are paid biannually with a minimum holding period of 90 days. Annualized yield for this is 14.95%. With our clients, which also have a flair for foreign currency, we have a Eurobond trading opportunity. These bonds give our clients access to sub-Saharan African and corporate bonds such as Angola, Nigeria, EcoBank. Coupons are being paid on these products biannually till the security matures. Thank you very much for listening to this. The floor is now open to questions and answers. Indicates by raise of hands. So we are unmuted. Floor is open for questions and answers. Clarification. Okay, Mr. Dadiko Ahmed. Mr. Dadiko Ahmed, please unmute your mic. Yeah, you are free to talk, please.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Good morning. We can hear you clearly.
Yeah, I said, what is your provision for your clients that are based abroad that want to invest in the stock market in Nigeria? How, or maybe invest in your funds? How do you go about that? I'm already registered with you, but it's been passive for a while. So how do you go about getting that sorted, and they want to be active on the market now?
Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you. At least you'll be part of us. So we will confirm from our database whether your account is still active. But give and take, we also have an application, LeadTrader app, and we actually design that application for even some of our customers that also live abroad. You can go through the lead trader. Of course, we'll take your details, we'll put across to you, but you can also go online. When you check lead trader app, you can download the lead trader app. You can also register with us. You can update your profile, and then you can also trade with the lead profile. All those products that are under management of our lead capital, you can also trade them on the lead trader. That's for those who are not in Nigeria. So we'll take your details and then somebody will get across you after this program. Thank you. And good morning and thank you for weekly webinar. Highly appreciated. Thank you too, sir, for listening, sir. What is your suggestion in terms of investing in penny stock, especially at the period of doing investing period? Of course, capital, we have never kick against people investing in the penny stock. If you check our weekly recommendation, of course, you also see some companies that are low capitalized with a low capitalized stock like the ICO, because there are numerous medium or low capitalized stocks, but we don't emphasize more on valuation because it's very important. So we've seen some companies moving in the market. I said something about the Regency Assurance. It's still trading less than €1. But if a company has declared a bonus of four units for every 5 units you are also holding, and then their result for for 2023, the earnings per share stood at 29 kobo, and the stock is trading at 16 naira. It's a growth stock and it's a penny stock. So if you invest in stock companies, there's no problem because over time it will grow. But any companies that we have not worked on their valuation and we are not sure, we haven't seen their corporate action, it will not come into play. We see them in our recommendation because we want to guide you appropriately. Your happiness is our happiness as well. So thank you. Check our recommendation. You'll see a couple of penny stock, if you call it penny stock, or low or middle capitalized stocks. Thank you, sir. So good morning. Well, okay. Okay, please, sir, on a lead trader, we've also done some upgrades. Please, you can indicate your name. We are only seeing Infinix X67. Okay, Mr. Janolani. Thank you. I think we spoke one time, so our IT will still reach out to you. So thank you, sir, because of time. So thank you for bringing it to our notice. Okay, what's the latest on Wando? No news yet. I think in one of our program, we said we are expecting their results. The information, the letter they wrote to the stock exchange then was that they will submit their results, audited results for 2023 before the end of August. But we haven't seen that, so I'm sure they're also engaging the stock exchange. But for now, it's still not part of our recommendation. We want to be sure of what we are recommending, so we don't instead of just following crown. So take note of that. Any other question? If you want to talk, please, you can signify by raising hand. Let's note Mr. Adegbero, please.
Mr. Fatai, please unmute your mic.
Mr. Fred.
You've answered my question.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fatai. Thank you, sir. Okay, Mr. Fred, please. I think.
Kindly go ahead, Mr. Fred. Unmute your mic, please.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Are you hearing me? Good morning.
Yes, sir. Clearly, sir. We can hear clearly, sir. Thank you, sir. Good morning.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir. Loud and clear.
Okay, good. This is more or less a suggestion. The presentation of the fixed income lecture, I would advise, if it's possible, to put a summary where all the product will be seen and all the variables will be seen, so that at a glance we can appreciate which of the product one can possibly go for. The way it says is fine, good presentation, but there's no summary like the person that did the traffic that did the stock products, so that we see all your products in a glance, we see all the criteria, the low risk, high risk, and know what to analyze and all those sort of from. So that at a glance we can see and appreciate and know where we can go from there.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fred. That's duly noted.
Thank you, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Idiri, kindly unmute, please.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Sir, I want to find out. My name is Ejudi Kurebume. I want to find out what is happening to EcoBank. I have a good number of shares there, but for some time I've not been hearing anything about them. Thank you, sir.
Let's come again. Is it EcoBank?
Yes,
Okay.
EcoBank.
Okay. What exactly do you want us to talk? Okay, what exactly do you want us to talk about? Okay, the Hope Bank. Is it the
Yes.
shares of the old EcoBank, or are you talking about their current price?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Which one, sir? Is it the former EcoBank or?
EcoBank Transnational and EcoBank. Present EcoBank.
Okay, sir. What actually happened? We used to have EcoBank Nigeria, and then the point in time, it was they migrated to ETI. They are part of ETI. So if you're having EcoBank Nigerian shares before, so your holding is part of the EcoBank International, because they also did some reconstruction. So that reconstruction, though the unit has reduced, but if you have that EcoBank in Nigeria before, so it means you are now a current shareholder of EcoBank International. So if you haven't gotten your shares, I think their registrar is Wema Registrar. So what we can do for you, you can send us an email. Our registrar unit will pick it up and we'll liaise with the GTN registrars and get your current holdings for you, and then we issue demand form for you, and then that will go into your CS account electronically. So, Mr. Adebola, our registrar unit will take notes of that and they will get across to you. Please, let's look up Mr. Adebola Omoba.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir. Questions? Okay, in the absence of further questions, so we would like to bring this presentation, this program to an end. So once again, we want to thank all our fellow customers for their time, always. We wish you a lovely day and a good week ahead. Thank you once again. Good morning once again, everyone.